Well, I'm here to bring you a book haul, and we're going to talk about all the books that I accumulated in the month of August. There are going to be some books that I got in September. It has gotten away from me, and I can't remember which ones I opened up in August and September, so we're just going to combine what I have currently. Before we get into all of the books, I just want to remind everyone, always like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. And always check my description box below because you can get 10% off the entire Bookish Box website. Sign up for my Patreon. Go on to Pango Books. I have some that are still available. And then also I've had some subscribers reach out to me on Instagram, which is also linked down below, on how they can send me books that they want me to read, or they can look through my wish list and see which ones that are on my radar that they do want me to read. So my wish list to Amazon is also linked down below. You don't have to send me anything, but I've had several ask me, so I thought I'd let you know that it is linked down below. Let's get straight into it. I got the continuation from Arcane Society of the Lady of Darkness series. They had came out with books 1 and 2 in the series, and they did like a pre-order add-on, and we just got them in. So we have Lady of Ashes, and this is the 3rd book. It is beautiful as always. Arcane does an amazing job. The end papers and then the naked hardcover is a foiling, and it does wrap around to the back. The end papers are the same on both sides, but you have Lady of Embers, which is book 4 in the series. I really love what they did with these books. You do have beautiful end paper artwork, and of course the naked hardcover is stunning as well. I love everything that Arcane does with their customizations. And then you have Lady of Starfire, which is the 5th and final book in the series. So you have matching printed edges, and then you have the naked hardcover. I don't know which way that I want to display this, but you also have end paper artwork as well. I absolutely loved the Lady of Darkness series. I know that some people didn't, but if you like Throne of Glass from Sarah J. Maas, that assassin fantasy world that is very expansive, definitely check out Lady of Darkness. The next one I got was my pre-order of People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. If you have watched my videos for a while, you know that I read Out on a Limb, I think in May. And let me tell you, 5 stars. I loved Hannah Bonham Young's writing, so I quickly pre-ordered this copy. The next one was sent to me by a subscriber. I have the gift note, so thank you, Ryan, for sending it to me. It is Heartless Heathens by Santana Knox. This has been on my radar for so long. I hear that it is a why choose, very dark romance, and I'm ready for it. And then I got my box for September from Book of the Month, which is Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. Book of the Month has recently started doing these like special sprayed edge editions. It started with Silver Elite. We had gotten another one, and it even might be in my stack. And then you also have this one. I really love it. It's a simple customization, but I absolutely love that nonetheless. And then my pre-order from Fairy Loot to continue this series from Between These Broken Hearts by Lexi Ryan. This is a beautiful edition. It has some simple edges, which are perfectly fine. It has just some end paper wallpaper, what I always call it. And then it is signed by the author. And then it also has a different colorway of the original cover. The naked hardcover has this foiling, and then you do have the different colorway on the reverse dust jacket. This is the 4th book in the same world as these Hollow Vows and these Broken Bonds. Then you had a 3rd book, which I can't remember what it is called, but this is the 4th book that Fairy Loot has done, and I am living for it. I do need to read the 3rd and 4th book to get caught up. My pre-order of Fearful by Lauren Roberts came in. This is a novella that comes out, I think, after the third and final book in the Powerless trilogy. It has sprayed edges, but what I really like about the Waterstones editions is the naked hardcover and the reverse dust jacket. So the naked hardcover is this pink foiling, but look at the reverse dust jacket. Here's the back. And look at how beautiful that is. I have the entire Powerless set in the Waterstones editions because I do like that reverse dust jacket artwork. Of course, I still need to read book 2 and 3 because I've read Powerless and also the novella, what is it, Powerful. I need to read Reckless and Fearless and then read Fearful. I was sent to me from the publisher of Entangled Publishing the new book from Laura Pavlov, which is called Over the Moon. I love these edges. I think it's gorgeous and beautiful. I don't know much about this book. I think that it's a contemporary romance. It does say, for fans of Elsie Silver and Lucy Score, this is the perfect small town sports romance for summer. So it's a sports romance. I don't really read a whole lot of sports romance, but I'm definitely willing to give this one a try. I did go ahead and pick up a copy of an arc that I had read in July. It came out at the end of July, and that is Soul of Shadow by Emma Noyes. I love this. This is like a Nordic mythology inspired YA paranormal fantasy romance. I ate it up. I have the second book as an arc, Heart of Mischief, I believe, and it comes out in March next year, but I can't wait to get to that second book. And then the book of the month in August was Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. This again has the edges, nothing else customized on it. I did not know that I was getting a Fairy Loot edition of this, so I may end up selling this one. I don't know. I am excited to get to this because I've seen a couple people like it and not like it. I do know that it has trials. It's like a multi-POV cast. I'm ready to dive in. And then one of my subscriber and Patreon members, Vanessa, had wanted some of the books that I posted on Pango Books account. So we always do this. You just buy from my wish list on Amazon and then I'll send you these books. That way she's not having to pay the ridiculous amount of like resale value. She also sent me Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. I want all of Hannah Bonham Young's books. I want to devour them. So this was one of them that she sent me, and again, I can't wait to read more from this author. My pre-order from Waterstones came in of Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I don't think there is anything special about this edition. I think I had just pre-ordered it while I was on the Waterstones website one day. But these edges, they're like silver. I really like them. And then I can't remember if this is from Waterstones or Barnes & Noble. It is one of my pre-orders there, which is On Wings of Blood by Briar Bolin, which of course I have already read this series. I've read everything that Briar Bolin has published, and I wanted the traditionally published versions because they have dragon scales on the edges. I'm in love with it. And of course the end paper artwork is stunning as well. I do know that I ordered them from Barnes & Noble and Waterstones because I think the UK editions are different than the US ones. I did end up with two, I think they're Kickstarter editions of Night of the Witch by Rebecca L. Garcia and C.M. Hutton. I don't know how I got two editions, but I think I'm going to do like a giveaway or something. Just check out my Instagram within the next couple weeks. I'll figure out what I want to do. I'm so excited to have this. It's a stunning edition. They do so good on the customizations. It does come with a page overlay. On the inside, it has artwork, and then of course the naked hardcover, and you do have a reverse dust jacket as well. And what's really cool about this is it is a signed and numbered edition from them. I love Rebecca L. Garcia's writing, and I need to dive into this world. I did get another book from Fabled, which I was already a canceled subscriber. I was just waiting for them to get through all the backlogs that they have. But I did notice that they are closing up shop permanently. They are not taking any new orders, which I am sad to see a book box close up shop and no longer offer their services. It's always a tragedy in this world. However, I think Fabled had really burned a lot of bridges. They talk about how the US tariffs and everything were just going to make it impossible to ship, which means that you could just not ship to the United States. You could stay shipping to Australia and other countries. However, I think that their backlash and criticism that they have been getting across many subscribers that they've had recently about their customer service, the way that the owner would talk to people, block them, it was a very toxic situation, and I was glad to be out of it. But I still have some books trickling in from there, which I am wanting to get rid of. I did get The Cursed and the Broken by Chloe Hodge. It is a naked hardcover, and it does have beautiful end paper artwork, and it is signed by the author. The sad part is I want to read from different authors. However, I don't know if I want to keep a Fabled edition because, again, like I said a few months ago, I do not stand with their policies and practices. I did not like the toxicity within their customer service and the way that they interacted with their current subscribers. So I wanted to rid myself from the company anyway, but I also want to support our author. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think I should do? I did get my Arcane Society editions of Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole and also Glow of the Everflame. I loved this series. If you watched May, June, and July, I devoured these 3 books. I'm desperate for Burn to come out. I need to know what is gonna happen. But here is Spark. You have beautiful artwork. It does come with a little letter from the author and some art prints in here. It also did come with the enamel pin. I just don't know where that went. But here is the end papers. It is signed by the author. The naked hardcover is foiled, and then the reverse dust jacket is beautiful as well. And you have this. I don't know which way I want to display these gorgeous editions, because on one hand I really like the art style on here, but I also really like the art style that is on here as well. So I don't know how I want to display them, and also the naked hardcover is beautiful also. And then Glow of the Everflame is this one. Again, beautiful artwork, beautiful everything. The end papers, the naked hardcover, and then of course it has the same art style on the reverse dust jacket. Again, which way would you display these? Let me know in the comments below. Do you like just the naked hardcover? Do you like the artwork on the dust jacket? Or do you like the simplicity of the reverse dust jacket? I always like to know. Well, it looks like I have 2 copies of Quicksilver, so again, I'm probably gonna have to do a giveaway on one of these. Okay, the first one that I showed you was the Barnes & Noble edition. This one is the UK. It is on Wings of Blood. You can see how it is different, and the scales are different as well. I love both editions so very much, but the Waterstones edition comes with some naked artwork, and then it also comes with some gray scales inside. I also had pre-ordered from Waterstones the Vanishing Cherry Blossom Bookshop. This cover, it just got me, you guys. I needed it. It's not very long, and I think it's kind of like a cozy type story, which I'm not into cozy stories, but I really want to give this one a try. My Fairy Loot August book for the Romantasy edition is Crowned by the Stars, and the book is Assassin Princess, Warrior Assassin Princess. I can never get that correct. But this is a complete custom cover on here. And then you have the edges and the back. You also have very beautiful end papers, and it is signed as well. And then the naked hardcover is a printed hardcover. And then the reverse dust jacket is a different colorway of the original cover, and it's really beautiful. And I'm going to show you the other end paper artwork because it is different on the other side. You have right here. Now, I don't know from reading the synopsis if this is a love triangle or if it is kind of a poly romance, so I choose, I don't know, because the prince is supposed to marry this girl, but also the assassin is in love with the girl and the prince, and I'm just like, is everybody gonna be in a relationship? Because I'm totally okay with that, but I really want to read this book. And then, of course, the August Fairy Loot adult fantasy box is behind the veil, which is Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. I love the color palette on here. I love the teal and the pinks and the purples. It does something to my brain. I absolutely love it. You have end papers, and you have a bound-in letter from the author. And then, of course, you have different end papers on the other side. The naked hardcover is very simplistic, but there's nothing wrong with that. And then you have a different colorway to the UK cover of the standard edition. I really want to read this. It, again, like I said, it is about 6 different people, multi-POV, trials. I'm here for it. My August Moonlight box is Song of the Darkwood by Sheila Masterson. I think this is a Little Red Riding retelling. I'm really not into that, so I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but the end papers are gorgeous. And it is signed by the author. And then the back, of course, has a different end paper artwork in it as well. I don't know if I will end up keeping this or not. Maybe I'll try it and see if my tastes have changed. I'm not quite sure, but nonetheless, it's a beautiful edition. These next 5 books were all part of Vanessa sending me books off of my wish list in exchange for some of those books. So I'm just going to go through them really quickly because they're not special editions. So we have Mythago Wood by Robert Holdstack. I have been wanting to read this. I know that it's a classic, and it's a classic in fantasy, so I really want to get to it. We also have The Shadow of Polaris by D.L. Hoopt. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but the cover is stunning. I think that this is a werewolf romance. I'm not sure. Then we also have The New Gods by Ripley Proserpina. I do not know what this book is about either. Just the first line on here, it says, "Kiss me or kill me." I'm here for it. We also have Reblogs and Hearts by Nikki Ray, which is the first book in the Fangirl series. I saw this on Larry Reed's one of the unboxings that she had done. I think one of her subscribers wrote this, so I was like, I'm interested, and I'm so glad Vanessa got it for me. And then she got me a little Halloween novella. I love novellas, and it is Michaela's Big Bad by Tijan. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm here for it. It is so short. It is only like 130 pages. I love little novellas, especially like Halloween themed novellas that are dark romance or anything like that. It's like short, spicy, and to the punch. My add-on to the Teresa Weeks box from Arcane that we had is The Wolf and the Witch, which I think is like a little in-between book before you read book 3. It is beautiful. It's gonna match all of the other books that I have in this series. You do have end paper artwork, and I think that the first book was signed and then the other ones aren't. And then the naked hardcover, I just saw this. I haven't even looked at it. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at this naked hardcover. Oh my goodness, I am here for it. Same in papers on the other side, but look at that. That is gorgeous in all of the good ways. I'm still on the fence if I'm going to keep this book or not, but it is the Bookish box. I want to say April book or May book, and it is The Female by Envy Wright. I have never heard of this book, so I don't know what to expect on it, but it has some end papers that give me questions. You have it signed by the author. You have a reverse dust jacket as well. This naked hardcover. Okay, look at that. It's gorgeous, you guys. And then the back. So I don't know. Is this a reverse harem? I will not be owned, and if that means dying to preserve my dignity, so be it. Okay, and then I just saw on the edges that it has people on there. It's a beautiful edition. I've just never heard of it. We then have my August adult fantasy box from Fairy Loot, which is called See You in Hell. I'm sure everyone has seen this book going around, which is Catabasis by R.F. Kwong. This is a beautiful edition. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna unhaul it. That's why it was separate from the other Fairy Loots. But then I read about what it was about and I was kind of intrigued. So you have end paper artwork. It does have a bound in letter from the author, the naked hardcover, and then look at the reverse dust jacket art, and then the back of the book. I don't know. I know that this, I think, has some Roman inspired mythology maybe. I don't know. I am more intrigued as I look at this book. My pre-order from Bookish Box came in of the Heartless Hunter and Rebel Witch duology. It comes in this beautiful slip case. And then you have Heartless Hunter, which has the see-through cover, because then you have the naked hardcover, which is beautiful. End paper artwork, and it is signed by the author. And then you have Rebel Witch, and this is the second and final book in that Crimson Moth duology. Again, you have the naked hardcover, you have the end papers. It is signed by the author as well. I am liking the naked hardcover. I just don't like the clear see-through overlays that come on it, because I don't know, to me I just feel it's tacky. We do have my pre-order of The Avatar by Jonathan Kahn. This is just a book that I end up reading because I have another of his books, and I usually don't show it off, but it was in my stack, and it's like a Christian religious type book. I then also got the Dark and Quirky set of Briar Boleyn's Blood of a Fae series. I absolutely love that series. So the first book we have is Queen of Roses. I love the colorway on here. I love the way that they did the artwork. And you have the end papers. It is signed by Briar. The naked hardcover is gorgeous, and it goes all the way around. And the reverse dust jacket is beautiful as well. So that was book 1 in this series. Then you have book 2, which is Court of Claws. I do love the way that Dark and Quirky did this. I just feel like it embodies the book. And then you have the end paper artwork. Oh, book 2 is signed. You have the naked hardcover, the reverse dust jacket in the back of the hardcover. They did such a beautiful job with this series. I'm so in love with it. You have book 3, which is Empress of Fae, and again, look how gorgeous these are. Can you tell that I'm a fan of this series? You have the end paper artwork, and it is signed by Briar as well. You have the naked hardcover, and then you have the reverse dust jacket with the back there of the naked hardcover. I don't know how I'm gonna want to display these. And then the fourth and final book is Night of the Goddess. And again, this series is just so good. And then you have the end paper. If you know, you know. If you know, you know why this is so sad. And it is signed. And then you do have the naked hardcover and then the reverse dust jacket. I absolutely love this series. Definitely go pick up Blood of a Fae by Briar Boleyn, because it is a King Arthur somewhat retelling with Fae, but it ends up being so much more. And then I did something, you guys. I did something. I purchased the Hemingway stained edges of the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. In no way are these in order, but you have A Court of Frost and Starlight. I couldn't resist. I had to get the Hemingway editions. I needed it so bad. You have the A Court of Thorns and Roses. And it is just the edges with the dust jackets. Everything else is just the regular standard edition. No other customizations. But you do have A Court of Mist and Fury. I think they did an amazing job. This was my first time purchasing from Hemingway. I think they did great. You do have A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is book 3 in that series. And then lastly, you have A Court of Silver Flames. I really do like the way that they did this, and I'm hoping that they will just add on, you know, as a single book purchase, so you don't have to buy the whole the set again whenever the 6th book finally comes out. I forgot to show you guys, they give you a bookmark, and on the back it says A Court of Winged Men and Emotional Damage. Absolutely. And then lastly, I have a stack of books. I saw that one of my friends over on Facebook, who frequents a lot of the buy sell trade groups in the book community, was going through a really hard time and needing to get some money. So I did purchase some of her books and arcs that she had. So let me just quickly show you what we got. We have Ballad of Phantoms and Hopes by K.M. Morinova, which is kind of like a special cover that she had done. And then I also got The Fabric of Our Souls. They're both in paperback. And then the hardcover special editions that the author did, you have A Ballad of Phantoms and Hopes. This is the hardcover. And then The Fabric of Our Souls. These are no longer available, the paperbacks or the hardback versions, so I went ahead and scooped all of these up. And then I ended up getting the Lightlark series from her. 2 of them I think are bookish box, and then one of them is just a Barnes & Noble signed edition. So you do have Lightlark and Nightbane here, and then you also have Skyshade, which is a signed edition. And then some of the arcs I got. Listen, a lot of these are some of my favorite books, and I can't wait to have them on my ARC shelf. So I did get an ARC of Lightlark by Alex Astor. I did get a Fate Inked in Blood by Daniel L. Jensen, one of my favorite books. I am so happy to have this art. Beneath These Cursed Stars by Lexi Ryan. So excited to have this one also. A new to me favorite that I just had in the past month, we have Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. I love this edition. I know that it has a little bit of spine damage. I'm okay with that. I loved this book nonetheless. And then lastly, we have the Powerless art. And even though I wasn't a huge Powerless fan, I'm happy to have the art. Alright everyone, those are all of the books that I got in the month of August and a little bit in September. Let me know down below, do you have any favorites from this stack? Any of the editions that you think are the most beautiful? Because a lot of them pack a punch with their beauty. Let me know down below as well what you think I should do with my extra copies of Night of the Witch and also Quicksilver. Should I do a giveaway? What are your thoughts? Should I do it on Instagram? Let me know down below. And if you do not want to leave me a comment, but let me know that you at least made it this far, leave me a sword or a knife emoji down below. I'm so happy that I finally got this video filmed for you, and I hope that you enjoyed all of the books that I got, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!